Right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another Doc Who Pod episode. I am Josh. With me, as always, is JP
Hello there.
and Bradley Fuller.
Evening all.
Now we're well and truly underway with Series 5 of Doctor Who. We're jumping in today with The Beast Below, Matt Smith's first, I suppose, proper story that's not a regeneration story. In a sentence, JP.
I could even do it in a word, to be honest, if you'd like me to do it in a word.
No, don't fuck with the System 5 series in JP. Stick to a
Okay,
sentence.
in that case, it was very odd.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll dive into that. Brad?
A waste of 45 minutes.
Ooh.
Oh, bit harsh. I'm going to go
Oh, is
with
it? Is it?
a little bit harsh. We'll get there though. I'm going to go with one of the better second episodes of a series.
Brilliant. You fucking say you like it.
Huh?
Nothing.
Right. Anyway, before we jump into the episode and break that down, shall we jump on over to Who News?
Let's do it.
Do, 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 do. Your segment, Bradley.
Anyone?
Take it away.
Oh, nice. We're ready. Yeah, cool. Not much to be fair. Only a little thing I saw the other day is that you can now order the shooting get was Sonic Screwdriver from Character Toys. If anyone fancies doing that,
Oh,
that's a
yeah.
bit
Very
of
nice.
news. But other than that, not a lot's really happened to be honest.
If anyone does want to buy me
Season of
one and
Doctor Who
send it
now,
to
haven't we?
Dubai, that'd be great.
You're probably
Right,
Anything
landing
else?
in Dubai. Yeah.
No, there's literally nothing. It's not Doctor Who season, is it? All we're doing is waiting for the Christmas special.
I
Nothing else is
actually
really
have
happening.
quite a few things, if you'll allow me.
Really? Is it
Ooh.
actually Doctor Who related? Or are you going to start talking about Grand Tour again?
It's more related than last week, that's for sure. So two of them are leaks. So if you don't want either the
Oh,
next series of Doctor Who, the spin-off to be spoiled, or Black Mirror
oh,
to be spoiled, skip ahead, I'd recommend. Time
interesting.
codes will be below. So someone has
Ooh.
posted, I've no idea how legitimate this is or not, um, some huge leaks for the war between the land and the water, whatever it's called. I don't know. Have you seen this,
See,
Bradley?
that thing's called See. Yeah,
Yeah, that
I've
one.
not seen the leaks. No.
So should I run through it quickly, very quickly?
Yeah. I want to hear it. I'm excited.
So these are leaks, I think, for next series and for the spin-off, which comes after the next series, I think. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so if you don't
Oh,
want to know,
yeah.
skip ahead.
There's already a film series too. Yeah,
So Ruby won't be traveling with the Doctor. She'll appear throughout,
we
including
know
in
that.
a Doctor Light episode where she'll be working
Yeah,
with
we know.
Unit. She and the Doctor will reunite in the finale. The
Yeah.
series will include one returning monster, but not Daleks or Cybermen. It will
Weeping
still
Angels.
lead into fantasy. Episode 2 will take place in 50s Miami with a focus on the paranormal. We're getting an episode that focuses mainly on the TARDIS. There's a new original
Nice.
song composed by Murray
Oh,
Gold that
great.
takes place during a concert on an alien planet. Um,
Okay.
I don't know who this is, but Jonah Hauer King will be playing Mrs. Flood's grandson. Uh,
Oh,
Mrs. Flood will be the central antagonist of the finale and will involve her reshaping time and trapping the Doctor. Uh, Mel is going to die in the finale, sacrificing herself to
wow.
save Ruby and Belinda. I don't know who Belinda is.
The new companion. You know the new companion.
Ah, right, okay,
The one who
okay.
was in Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, got ya. This will leave the Doctor wanting to somewhat distance himself from humanity, fearing that he puts too many people in danger. With the Doctor being out
Standard.
of reach during the events of the war between the land and the sea, it will be revealed that the Master is a prisoner of Unit and will be forced to help with the Sea Devil situation, finally giving him a chance to be the hero, similar to Loki.
Right.
The
Okay.
Master will be played by Russell Tovey, and Gugu
Really?
Mbatha Raw will be the scientist activist siding with the Sea Devils.
Oh, that's all very interesting, actually.
I would
There's a
like to
lot there,
see,
and there was
yeah, I'd like to see.
a lot more spoiled than I expected to be. I'm a bit gutted you told me that Mel's going to die. I'm sure everyone who's listening is going to be a bit annoyed that you spoiled that, but
I said
I don't
skip
know if it's
ahead.
true. So
I said skip
yeah,
ahead. Yeah, I don't know if it's true or not. I like the idea that Russell Tovey is going to be the master. I think he's pretty cool. Be odd
I don't know if
seeing.
he's right for the Master though. I actually wanted to see him as the Doctor
I don't
one
know.
day.
I reckon he can be a more sort of calm, menacing. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, it's all very
Yeah,
interesting. Anything can be
yeah.
good.
Not sure. Not sure. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. We'll know pretty much straight away if episode 2 is set in 50s Miami, basically.
I'm pretty sure that's the one that's already been leaked, isn't it? That's the one where there's a American cinema and it's got Harbinger on the like the title thing on top of the cinema.
Oh, does it
Seen
really?
that
Is that
picture?
going to tie back? Because Harbinger's still alive, isn't he?
Yeah, Harbinger is the thing it is on there.
Weird little kid. Um,
Yeah, the weird
so
kid.
yeah, sticking with the leaks, and we're getting into my favourite topic of news, which is Peter Capaldi news. He has been
Brilliant.
confirmed for the new series of Black Mirror, so that will
Has he?
genuinely be pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Oh, he's run out of other stuff to do. Doing nothing. He
Well,
never got cast in anything else because he wasn't good enough.
he's done so much. He's done more than any other Doctor Who. Anyway,
What has he done?
he has done
He
the
sung that song,
Devil's.
didn't he?
Well, funnily enough, Jack Phillips, he's just released the new single.
That nobody knew about apparently either.
It's not good.
Really?
It's giving sort of drunk uncle on a karaoke night vibes.
Oh God.
That's what
Can't
Lewis
wait for the
Capaldi is, isn't it?
Peter and Lewis collab.
It's no, it's not quite on the same level as Lewis Capaldi. Give it a listen though. Bin Night, it's all right. It's not great.
Sorry,
Midnight.
bin night.
Sorry,
Bin
It's
what?
called
Night.
bin night. Can I listen to that on a Monday night when I forget what colour bins I'm putting out?
I think there's a romantic sort of normality to it. I like it.
What with the bin men?
Why would you call the song bin night?
I don't know.
Oh my
It's
God.
create. It's it's
Is it?
romanticizing mundanity.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
fair enough. Yeah, I
It's
suppose. Do
romanticizing the mundane. Why not?
you have to pay council tax on it as well?
Very good.
Do they go on
Well, that was
strike?
fun.
That was fun. That was a good Who News section.
Any
JP,
other
have you got
news?
anything to add?
Absolutely sweet FA on this one. I've seen nothing this week, which is really sad.
Now, our friends at Doctor Who Chronological are still posting all of they're going round, or have been round, and they've done filming spots from Doctor Who, and they're still
Oh,
posting. It looks,
nice.
yeah, pretty cool. I think they did a Peter Capaldi episode, so check those guys
No one cared
out.
about
Friends
that
of
one
the
then.
shows.
Out of interest, who did you get the leaks from? Where did you see that? I want to have a look.
I will actually credit the Instagram page because we should do that
Instagram page.
as
You
responsible
should do that.
journalists. So it's Doctor Who, but Dr. Who. Username Influx, all one word.
We've got more followers than us, to be fair. So
That is a sign of quality content.
very heavy on the trends, right?
But
I see.
yeah, apparently all of our friends are. Anyway, before you get carried away looking down that, shall we jump in with the episode?
I think we should.
Lovely. So, my first note, straight up, fucking child actors are never ever good in Doctor Who or any form of media.
I don't know. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're okay, and then there's just other times that it's not great.
Name me
But
one good child actor.
what's his name? Um, no, not Kevin. Who's the kid that went off the rails? That one.
Oh,
I'd
the
say
Home
any of the
Alone
kids from
kid.
Strange Things, to be
The
fair.
Home Alone kid. Yeah,
Yeah,
Any of the
okay,
kids
the
from Strange
Stranger,
Things.
yeah, Stranger Things kid. The
Stranger
Harry
Things.
Potter kids, they're not bad.
Yeah,
Okay,
Harry
there's a
Potter, yeah.
few. There's a few. But in this episode, they are egregiously bad. And this is a very confusing start. Um, the turning head. What's that thing in the box called? It's got a name, right? You'll know, JP.
What the puppet? Like we got the. Aren't they like mystic things or something?
Yeah, they're like
No, they
fortune
call it
tellers or
something.
something. But there's definitely
Fortune
they've
tellers. That's it.
got a name. Very creepy
Uh-huh.
though. Did you like that it's got three faces to the base head?
Nope, I fucking hate it. It's my biggest gripe with this episode.
Did you like the three-faced things, Brad?
I mean, yeah, they're creepy. I can't say I particularly like them as villains. They're creepy. That's about it. They're just weird. That's just.
They're
I'll be
not
honest. I don't like
really
the episode in general, so
okay.
it's all a bit pointless for me.
You hit the nail on the head there, though, Bradley. They're not the villains of the story. The villain is society. The villain is the government. The villain is
I hate that.
capitalism.
Yeah, that's what annoys me the most.
But that's the point. That's the point of the episode. It's brilliant.
That's
Sorry
what I
about
mean,
that.
though. It's pointless. It's a stupid episode. It's a waste of time.
How can you
Can you
say
hear
it's
me,
a
boys?
stupid? We've got you back, JP. How
Hey,
can you
sorry about that.
say it's a stupid episode when it's such a it's such a strong message on capitalism and
But
Oh,
that's not what Doctor Who should be
socialism?
for.
God,
Of
I knew
course
you'd
it
say
is.
that.
Of
It's
course it
not.
is.
I just want
It's
a
the
fun,
means.
exciting sci-fi adventure which doesn't have a hidden political meaning behind it.
I'm sorry, but listen, I'm all for an exciting adventure. We get that next week when we get Spitfires in space. But for now, we need some socio-economic messaging. We need to be brainwashing kids into voting right. And anyway, JP, the
No,
three-faced thing
it's
irks
not
you.
about voting right. I can't believe you can't say voting right. You vote how you want to vote. You shouldn't have an episode of Doctor Who that talks to kids about voting and makes them want to vote a certain way on something.
No, it shouldn't make you
That's
want to
not what
vote
this
a
is
certain
about.
way. It should just make you want to vote for what's right. It should also make you question what's going on, which nobody in the world questions what's going on. No, like
What do you mean?
Partygate,
Oh God,
Partygate. How
you.
many people have been fined and penalised for how many MPs have been fined and penalised for having parties during lockdown?
I don't know.
Well, we're not allowed to
Because
say anything on the internet anymore here in the UK.
no,
Like, you
fuck
know
it.
what you got, like your struggle kind of for free speech in Dubai. Think of that, but on the internet over here in the UK.
What are
No,
you on
but
about? Why can't you put anything on the internet?
Hey, go on, Hugh fucking Edwards or whatever his tits was, got a 6 month suspended sentence for literally being a nonce. Some bloke got
Hmm.
put in jail for 2 years for sharing a meme on Facebook.
Really?
Yep.
But my point is, especially when it comes to the
What?
government, we have British people, we have this weird mentality that we do not question what they do. There was the expenses scandal. What happened there? Oh, they all just got away with it because we don't question it. There was Partygate. What happened there? Oh, we all just got away with it. They all just got away with it because we don't question it. There was the whole misconduct of COVID in general. It's all forgotten about because we don't fucking question it. Because we
Of
all
course it is.
push the forget button rather than the fucking indict button.
Oh God.
But
I
it's
knew it.
wrong.
I knew
It's
he'd go on a rant like this.
wrong.
I can't be
Bro,
asked.
I'll tell you
I'm
what,
going off.
I'll tell you what, right? I'm going to introduce you to an app called Twitter. Right now, Twitter is
It's not
brilliant
even
because
called Twitter anymore.
it's not even called
X.
Twitter anymore. It's called X. So it's even easier to remember. It's just one letter, an X, right? Now, what you could do is you can go on there and you can
Pop
look
all
at
your little
other
thoughts.
conspiracies, like conspiracy theories, and you can interact with other people there
I
and
am not a conspiracy
chat about
theorist.
like
I
all of your,
just
the government are eating people kind of things. You can chat there and it's a safe place. Just don't put
And
any
nobody
memes
else
in
has
the
to
UK.
hear it.
if we all just took a second to think and to question, the world would be such a better place. Even the way our country is run and the way America is run as well. We have two political parties that will ever be in power. Nobody dares question that. Why the hell is it always conservatives and Tories? Why is it all conservatives and Labour? Why
Getting
the
right
hell
in
is
the
it
first place.
always,
Right.
Republicans and Democrats? Where's the other parties? Why do I have to say that I
Mainly
fit
because
into
the
this
other parties
party or
aren't big
that
enough and
party?
don't have enough candidates. That's probably
Because
why.
They
they're shit.
don't have enough candidates because too many people are scared to vote for them because they think their
No,
vote is
they're wank.
wasted. That leads me on just to
Lib
we're
Dems, or
jumping
we're
ahead
going
in the
your lead.
story.
Well,
We're jumping ahead in the story. I just have one more ethical debate that I want to go through with you guys.
I
When Amy watches the video, it says, right, you now have the chance to vote. It says if 1% of you vote to free the creature, it will be freed and we will die. Should that not be 50? Like, you need a majority. Why is it only 1%?
I agree with that actually. Like it's got to be a
And
majority, like Brexit or
yeah,
some shit.
because do you think the fear of it being 1% encourages more people not to vote?
Yeah, because what if you're that person who
Oh yeah,
tips it
that's a
over
good
the
point.
1%?
Yeah.
It's giving it,
It's too
if you say
easy.
1%, then it makes your decision bigger, I suppose. So is that that's a manipulation tactic in itself, right? Anyway, my point is, kids, if you're listening, why are you listening to this podcast? But if you are listening, just question things a little bit more often. Kids are good at that as well. When do we stop questioning things? I'll tell you when. It's when we start reading the news and the fucking government tells us to stop questioning things. That's when.
Jesus. Oh God.
Right. Anyway, back to the episode. I really like the shot of Amy floating outside the TARDIS with the Doctor holding her, but he is 100% looking up her nightie whilst he's doing that.
Jesus
Sorry,
Christ.
I'm just running a bath so I can throw a toaster in it and have a bath for the toaster later.
I tell you what, if anyone's still listening now, we are lucky.
Fuck off. People love
Everyone
this
has already
shit.
tuned out. We can say
People
whatever we
love this
like.
shit.
We could say Peter Capaldi's the best Doctor, and nobody would ever know.
He is, and I'm clipping that and I'm putting it on the fucking Instagram. Um, Fuck's sake. Okay, back to the episode. Matt Smith in this episode gives very good old man trapped in a young body vibe, I think.
Why'd you say that?
Does he?
Don't you just think he's got an aura of old maniness? His mannerisms, his head is down. He's not quite as, he's got high energy, but he's not quite as zippy as David Tennant was. Don't you think?
No, not really. I, I wouldn't say that. I'm thinking to the bit where they get thrown down into the whale, and he's up and about. He's pretty active. He's not very old manly there, I don't think.
He's up and about, but he looks very slouched, and I don't know. I didn't actually put a note next to what it was. I've just got Matt Smith really does give old man and young body vibes. But what do we think? Matt Smith's first solo adventure. What do we think of him as a doctor, specifically JP?
Um, I don't know. I'm still trying to get like kind of to grips because part of me thinks he's like really like energetic and like almost like a kind of a toddler being let loose in a fucking Sainsbury's or something like that. I wants to go see everything, kind of like there's a lot of energy, a lot of curiosity, that kind of thing. But then part of me also thinks as well, just the bit where you like started shouting at everyone at the end, and he's just like, I don't want to hear any more opinions from humans or whatever it was. I can't get a handle on him yet.
Yeah,
But
grumpy old man in a toddler's body. That's exactly what I just said.
yeah, I suppose. I don't know. I'm still not 100% sold.
It's definitely gone a bit more Sherlocky with the glass on the floor and the whole not revealing what it is that everybody's forgetting. And it
Hmm.
I think, Brad, you've mentioned this a few times. You don't really like this era because it's too overcomplicated. Did you think
Yeah.
this was a good sort of test of the water?
What do you mean by test of the water? To see if people would enjoy that kind of
A little bit more
Sherlock
complex. Like
vibe
you
sort of
can,
thing.
yeah, like you can work it out. So I haven't watched this episode potentially since it came out, being honest with you. Like I think I may have watched this at most
Really?
twice. But the second he put the glass on the floor, my mind went, oh, that's because he's checking that if the engines are running. But it came back to me as it happened. JP, did you work that out, or is that something that you then had to wait for the reveal?
Yeah, saying I had to wait for the reveal, but it makes sense. You sit there, you watch it back, like so. I watched it the second time to take notes, and I was like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's pretty clever.
Find it
I
rewarding?
also had to as well, to be fair. I mean, you say that you remembered it straight away. I mean, and you haven't watched it since it came out. I'd say I've watched this episode probably a good three times, maybe, as in repeats. I don't know, as a
Really?
rough average. And I'll be honest, this is my thing with this era. Like, I remember the episodes, but I don't remember any of the background to it. I didn't remember about the glass and the water. I vaguely remembered that there was a WoW involved, but didn't really remember the background, why, and how it got released and stuff. But yeah, I didn't really. That's something I did like. I did like the sort of things they were questioning and stuff like that. But I still just don't like the overall story.
No, fair enough. Fair enough. I do. So Stephen Moffat has come out when I was doing my extensive research, as I do for this podcast, and said this is his least favorite episode that he's written. He said he was trying to fit too many things together. He needed it to be a story that shows the Doctor is clever, but he also wanted it to be a story where the companion saves the day to prove their Worth in the TARDIS, all of these things, but he says it's a hot mess um, of an episode, which I kind of get. I like the messaging because
Mm.
fuck the government, but it is a bit boring. It is a bit. It's high concept. To be fair, it's high concept sci-fi. You know, it's supposed to make you think, but is that right for a kids' TV show? I don't actually know. Do you know it was giving the long game from season one? You know, the one where they first meet Adam.
I'd agree with that. Yeah.
I think the sets feel very similar. They're being watched on the camera or the security cameras. Yeah, I was just getting some real long game vibes, to be fair.
Don't
I
like that
could
episode
see
either,
that.
really.
Yeah, no, I could see that in the fact that it's a kind of a dystopian like kind of future in it, really. But
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Space station, dystopian future. Yeah, exactly. Um,
yeah.
so Amy goes off venturing on her own, um, and she comes across a Magpie Electric's tent.
Yeah, I had to point that out to JP. Didn't realise.
Is
I still
Magpie
don't realise, but go on.
Magpie is, you know, the one where she sucks you off?
Sorry.
Yeah, the old lady with the
The
posh accent
coronation
sucks you
one.
off.
Hungry. The TV's hungry.
Oh, yes, the Idiot's Lantern. Yeah,
Yes, that's the
yeah.
one. That's Magpie Electrics is the shop in that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So thinking about that, so that's David Tennant. She's now, well, Magpie's now in Matt Smith's one. Peter Capaldi wields a Magpie Electric amp. Is it in Jodie's era?
No, but isn't it in Shooties?
So Magpie's been in nearly every era of Doctor Who so far. I
Yeah,
bet it's
pretty
in
much. Maybe
Jodie's
not in
somewhere.
Shooties. Maybe not in Shooties. I don't know.
Um, there's the little line Scotland wanted their own ship. I thought that was quite funny. And then we get
Oh.
the giant CGI scorpion tail coming out of the ground or the ship, or how high up are they? And it's not an interesting. There's no villain, as we were talking about whilst you were briefly off there, JP.
Or is there?
The villain's the government.
Well, sorry, yeah, the villain's the government, but the misdirect
I thought
villains
it was
which
the
are
WoW.
littered throughout. Wales
No, the
not.
whale's not the. How's the whale the villain?
The fucking whale is the working class. The whale's you and me,
Oh
man.
God!
With a fucking society strapped to our backs, man, and it's us, the
You just
working
call it a
class,
whale.
that are supporting it up.
Oh, Brad, I did a bad. I've done a bad.
Anyway, back to what we're talking about. Let's scrap that.
Um, yeah, fuck the government and fuck Boris. No, sorry. Yeah, the so the school.
Instead, you move to Dubai where they do fake rain,
What's that got to do
chop
with
off people's heads.
democracy?
I mean, you don't have democracy over there.
No, it's a dictatorship, but it works because there's no bullshit.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It does. Let us not
You had
get
your hands
into
chopped
this
off
debate.
yet?
Huh?
Have you had your hands chopped off yet?
They don't do that in this specific emirate. You're
Of
fine.
course they don't.
Anyway, yeah. So the Scorpion Tails, the Mystic Meg, sort of three-faced fortune tellers, they're just not good misdirect villains. JP, just why do you hate these three-faced things?
Oh, don't. It's painful. So they make them obvious that it's a two-faced thing, yet somehow miraculously there's a third fucking face. Don't get it. It annoyed me. It's two faces. Just have the angrier face as the second face. Don't bother with some
An
bollocks
angry
about
FA.
it.
But
Yeah.
it's sci-fi. I think it gets angrier as it turns. It's like the Weeping
No,
Angels.
no. At least with the Weeping Angels, they're actual things. This thing's just a fucking robot in a box.
It gets up. No, it's a person. It gets up and starts walking around.
No, it's a robot. It was proven as a robot. Which, by the way, why was that thing? Yeah, actually, yeah, because I don't know. This plot confused me.
That
You know, it didn't
sounded like
confuse
an
me.
argument with yourself there.
No, it's just this plot confused me. It really did. It just made no sense. And should we
You
end it
see
here?
what I
So,
mean? How this is so much more confusing.
So, Jack, just run us through what did you find confusing about this plot?
oh, it just made no sense. Like it just well, I'm gonna skip ahead right to the end here, but like I get the point that They're like, oh, we're on top of a massive space whale, and it's a bad thing because we have to torture this whale, but it saves the human race, or at least England, or some bollocks.
Yeah.
But then I don't understand the whole, like, they give the illusion of you can vote, but then they just kill people anyway. So that's the authoritarian. Is that right? Me saying authoritarian? You know, like kind of like the dictatorship kind of thing, where it's like only the leader does what, that stuff. But then
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
think they only
understand.
kill the thickos though, right?
No, they just. I thought they killed everyone that voted to save the whale.
Potentially, actually, yeah. I suppose you would have to, wouldn't you? Yeah. But not the
Because
kids.
then, well, no, because the whale didn't eat the kids. That was the whole point.
Yeah, good. Yeah, fair enough.
Which, by the
Fair
way,
enough.
I'm going to say, I'm going to still stick on my point and say that the whale was the true villain. Didn't have to eat those people. Still did.
Yeah, inclined to agree with that, to be fair. But also, it's probably pissed.
Well, do you reckon they feed it booze as well?
No,
Did you ever
pissed off.
Oh, I just imagine some guy just there with a bottle of wine, just pouring it down. Go, there you go, enjoy that.
Okay, I don't like. I do like Liz 10. I like the idea of her. I like the actress very much. God, I hate her accent though.
Oh, it's stupid. That is what
Australia
happens when you
girl.
get a posh person and they go, do a common accent. And they go,
Yeah,
yes. And it's
yeah.
that accent every fucking time. The only person, or there's only two people that have ever been able, I'd say, to pull off a common accent, and that is Sir David Jason and Nicholas Lyndhurst. Only two people that have been able to pull it off.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, to be fair.
Yeah.
Um,
And even still, sorry about it, sorry. Sir David Jason says that he learnt it from someone that he was on set with in a previous thing he did for BBC. He was like the just moving around and he just pretty much just copied him. That's how he got the accent.
yeah, it's not an imitation. I would like to know if this is her actual accent, by the way. I'm not 100% sure whether it is or not. Um, but anyway, I like the mystery around her. She feels like a River character, don't you think, Brad?
Yeah, I'd agree with that very much. I actually, again, like I said, I've watched this a few times. I couldn't remember who she was. I think JP, did you say is that River at one point when we watched
I
it?
thought it was River. Yeah, I thought it was River.
Yeah, and I just couldn't remember who it was, but I was actually a little bit disappointed with it. Found it was just Queen Elizabeth, but it was a
Oh,
nice
don't be
plot, I guess.
disappointed. She comes back at some point, I think.
Does she?
I'm 75% sure we see Liz 10 again. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Can't really remember when. Maybe I'm wrong as well. Maybe that's a total lie. But anyway, so Amy gets her little presentation. We don't see what it is. All we know is that she says, get the doctor off this ship, and then proceeds to not do anything about it. Obviously, if 1% of people protest, then it's free. And then we just get the Empire Strikes Back for 5 minutes.
Why?
Well, you just get Matt Smith and Karen Gillan. Sorry, I mean Han Solo and Princess Leia walking around, realizing they're in the mouth of a thing, and then trying to escape through the mouth, and it doesn't work.
Oh, I get what you mean. Kind of, yeah, I guess the whole wait a minute kind of thing. But yeah,
Yeah,
a
same
bit.
vibes. I was actually getting more Family Guy vibes where he shoots the roof and he's like, "Wait a second, pew,
Yeah, and it
pew.
just goes on for like
Hang
10
on a
minutes.
moment."
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Something's not adding up.
yeah. There's a lot of spit slash vomit humor this series, and we're only 2 episodes in.
Yeah, it was the bit where they kind of get slimed, and then like old Lizzie the 10 or 10th comes out, and she's just like, "Oh yeah," it was pretty grim.
Yeah, but so when Tennant regenerates into Matt Smith, he spits out a bit of the TARDIS. Then he's spitting out food in his first episode. Now we've got a vomit joke in this episode. And by the way, why is Liz 10 and that little girl not covered in vomit? How did they get down there?
No, there was a door, wasn't there?
Yeah, they
Is
went
it...
through somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
Service
But
access or whatever,
she's the
didn't they?
queen. She'll have some back alleys and stuff, no doubt.
Yeah.
I've just got a note here that says society is built on the back of slave trade slash the working class being brainlessly punished. But I think we've dealt with that.
I think
Um,
we've had enough of that.
The doctor's reaction to Amy not wanting to tell the doctor is a bit harsh, don't we think?
This is my point, and as now, excuse me, that reminded me, in the fact that he just seems like an overreaction, like a massive overreaction as well. Yeah, both, I guess.
I
Like at the
think
end
he's
of the day, right?
right to react strongly for the whale thing.
Yeah, but I just the thing is he has made it clear that it's her first day,
Yeah.
right? It's her first day being a companion, right? To say that she's been thrown in the deep end is an understatement because it's not like when like if you look at Rosie's first episode, there was killer mannequins that were about. Okay, it's pretty serious, but grand scheme of things, not really a moral conundrum. Martha's episode, I guess, was a bit more of a conundrum because they were in the hospital one day, Smith and Jones.
Doesn't put them in a position to make a moral decision, though, I suppose.
No, true, I suppose. And Catherine Tate's one was, are we saying that was the Christmas one?
Yeah, she saves him from the spider, whatever.
Saves him from the spider, I guess. Yeah, But like Amy's first real decision is like, do you kill humanity or and save a whale, or do you save humanity and kill a whale?
Yeah, it's pretty deep, isn't it?
Like that's a tough decision, and the doctor gets pissed at her. Like I get he's emotionally involved with the whole situation, and again, it's kind of like he sees the whale in himself, or he sees him in the whale. But I get that, but like he's got to cut her a little bit of slack. You know what I mean? Like that's a tough decision.
Oh, no, no, for sure. I think it could be justified that he's taking his anger out on humanity, on her. But yeah, it does seem a bit harsh. I mean, like I said, I think he's right to be pissed off with the human race because we should all be pissed off with the government. But
What
yeah, I
would
think
you
he's a
pick
bit too
though?
harsh, maybe. Huh?
If you had to pick to save the whale or save humanity, what would you pick?
I'd pick don't fucking enslave it in the first place.
But it's too
That's
late
not
for
an
that.
option.
Then release it. Fuck it. Who are we to survive
So
at
you
someone
you would
else's
you would
pain?
you would happily kill yourself and other people to save a whale?
Would you have a slave?
No.
No.
Well, that's what this is.
But well,
Well,
if
a
anything, it's actually
little
kind of
bit
a
bigger
pet.
than that. Yeah, it's more like a pet. You'd have a cat.
It's not a
Everyone
pet
has
if it's
pets.
keeping you alive. It's
Well,
Well,
closer
they
to
could
a
some
slave.
yeah, the
some could
scenario is
say it.
different.
Do you mean the scenario is this isn't so with a pet, the way people justify having pets, which if you break it down is probably wrong, by the way. But the reason
Okay.
the way
What's your reason? What's your reason for not killing the whale?
for not killing the whale,
Yeah.
because what is our right to live at someone else's expense?
Well, then why do you eat animals when you kill animals and they keep you alive?
Oh
Because
God, he's
that's
gonna turn him vegan.
nature. That's the
Is
circle of
it?
life.
What do you mean that's nature? It's not.
That's
You can be
nature.
vegan if you want to be.
Animals die. We're supposed to
You
eat
can survive.
animals
You can survive without eating animals, so why don't you?
because that's not how
If
we're
you're saying it's like this.
that is not how evolution works. I'm also
What do
not
you mean that's
saying
not how
I'm
evolution
also
works?
not saying I'm going to hang a cow from my fucking ceiling and just chop a little bit of it off every night so that it doesn't die, but I get some food. It's different. I'm eating a dead animal. That, by the way, if I stop eating it, is still fucking there and produced anyway. What you're saying is like having a slave. Your life would stop without it.
Not really.
Yes,
No,
really.
because
Yes.
it's like I guess it's like well, I guess it's like someone's there, kind of if you kill this one or this one person stays alive, the whole of humanity lives, the whole world lives. But if they die, then the whole of humanity dies.
No, I think it's a slightly different scenario than that. Also, let's not forget the fucking whale came to help. This is
Yeah,
all a
Yeah, and it
manufactured.
was happy doing it. So there was no issue at the end of anyway. So
well, yeah, but they did kind of torture it.
They were fucking
yeah, they
pumping
shouldn't have tortured
electricity
it.
into its brain.
Like they
Yeah, but
scalp that fucker as
that's
well.
like okay then. That's like
That's
saying if you
cold.
got an issue with jockeys whipping horses in the Grand National,
Oh, I
Yes,
don't like
don't
horses.
fucking
they
bet
do
on
it to get them to go
horses.
quicker.
That is fundamentally wrong, though.
We have
What
three
is
different
it?
answers. We have three different answers there, boys. This is getting tasty.
This is getting ridiculous. This is absolutely getting ridiculous. Fundamentally, if you break it down, put opinions aside, listen, I'm going to eat meat. I'm going to eat fucking processed chicken nuggets. I'm going to drive a car and pollute and go on airplanes and stuff like this. But fundamentally, we have to acknowledge that we are a cancer to this planet. We are destroying this planet. That is a fact. We do
Yeah, I
not
don't
deserve
disagree
to
with
be
that.
alive. We should not be punishing. We're already punishing this earth. We should not punish something else for our survival. We are not that important. The
But everyone does
universe will
do
go
that.
on without us. Yeah, of course they do,
But everyone does that.
because that is what capitalism does. Capitalism
Oh
makes
my
us want.
God. How
I
have we got
know,
this back to capitalism? What?
because capitalism is a life of excess. It makes us want the newest cars. It makes us want the nicest food. It makes us want to spend our money on holidays and travel and items, all that we don't fucking
Oh,
need. None of it is needed.
oh
We
my
could live
God.
off of the world so easily, but we don't. Instead, we're fucking packing billions and billions of people onto this earth that doesn't fit. We're stacking them high in fucking skyscrapers. We're fucking putting them all around the world, living in inhospitable places, destroying the earth that we're given, fucking chopping down rainforest. It's unbelievable. And then the audacity to think actually we should make another race suffer so we can carry on living is mental. And how the hell was a kids' TV show getting this sort of conversation out of us? It's a sign that it might not be very fun, but it's a bloody good episode.
I think it's a waste of time and absolutely pointless.
I'm gonna
Anyway,
say hate it as well.
well, we're
Oh,
not
we're on to
quite
that now,
there
are we?
yet. We're not quite there yet. We've
I'll be
still
honest,
got
I'm
that
done with talking about
cliffhanger to
this
talk
episode.
about.
What cliffhanger?
Cliffhanger.
Oh,
Winston
yeah,
Churchill
yeah,
bells are
okay.
up.
Yeah, sorry, I was just reading my notes and then yeah, I see the next time bit. Okay, yeah,
Not even the next time. This episode ends with Winston Churchill calling them.
it does.
Excited to see a bit of Churchill?
I am, and you know what? It gave me a kind of a kind of a break from the I don't know the space whale conundrum or something because we're back in World War Two. Winston Churchill, fucking brilliant. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
I'm
And then
upset
we
that
see
the
the next time
next
bit.
time trailer, yeah, but it spoils the twist.
Yeah, it kind of does. But and you know what, right? If I was a better man, just it's every time the Daleks, it's just like, oh, the Daleks are back. Yay. I wonder if they're secret, kind of they're here to
Yeah,
help
yeah.
someone and they're gonna secretly fuck them over and create their own race of Daleks. I wonder if that's gonna happen. It's just it's the same fucking thing with the Daleks, man.
Well, looking forward to breaking that down with you next week, JP. Anything else either of you to add for this episode? Tread
Absolutely not.
carefully, boys.
No, I don't think so. It was an okay episode. It just didn't make a lot of sense, really. Like the whole abdicate thing. Why did the Queen have to give up if she was fucking? I don't know. It was
I have thought
interesting, but
about that extensively. The Queen
Oh,
would
for
have
God's
to give
sake.
up. No, the Queen would have to give up because she is not putting her people first. And that's the one job that you're supposed to have as the ruler of the country. So that's why she'd have to abdicate.
yeah. But then when she pressed the abdicate button, the WoW then became free, and then they went faster. So if she abdicated, then she wouldn't have to. She could still be queen.
That's a good point, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
But
why it's
this is
so
what I don't understand. I
stupid.
didn't understand. And then like everyone, like instead of the black hooded fucking monks that we didn't fucking talk about, like instead of
Yeah.
like kind of walking around and going, no, queen, she fucking caps two of them in the bloody alleyway.
Yeah,
None of
she
them
does.
go, hold on a
She
minute, you're the
murders two of
queen.
her own people. Yeah.
This episode gave me nearly a headache. Not quite a
Well,
headache, but nearly a
It's a
headache.
waste of time, as I said in my sentence, and we could have just not spent 45 minutes talking about this.
right. Well, let's start with Bradley then, because I'm more interested to hear JP. But Bradley, love it or hate it?
Hate it easily. It's pointless. It's not an exciting episode. It doesn't make me want to watch Doctor Who. It doesn't make me want to watch Matt Smith's era. I'm sorry to all the
Wow,
Matt Smith lovers, but I just don't like it. I think it's a waste of time.
brutal. JP.
I gotta say, hate it. It didn't. There wasn't enough in this episode for me to say yes, love it.
Yeah,
Like
ours is.
it just there was nothing there. There was no, like absolutely nothing there. It just like it didn't make sense. Didn't it didn't kind of like grip me. Like if I look back at the second episode of every single kind of season, it's been interesting. This was the first one that I was just like, ah, not
That
really.
absolutely cannot be true. The second episode of most series are shit. End of the World on the space station. That's actually a good episode. I like that with Rose and Eccleston.
I was waiting for you to say that you hate that because you fought for that to go higher up in the rankings.
Tooth and Claw, absolute
Great
shit.
episode. Also, not the
Absolute
second episode of
shit.
the not the second episode, but nice try.
Okay, if we're doing first episode after Regeneration, then yeah, New Earth, which isn't a bad episode, but it's not a great episode. The one with the cat nurses.
Yeah,
The Shakespeare Code, absolute wank.
yeah, I agree with that.
No, that was interesting. Oh yeah, the Fires of Pompeii. That was a bit.
Fires of Pompeii was
I
shit.
was
And now
thinking
we've
that
got Beast Below.
I was thinking Planet of the Ood was the.
I'd
the
still
one.
watch any of those over Beast Below.
Wrong. Just wrong.
Not right at all.
Well,
But
anyway,
yeah, so yeah, the Beast Below. That was it. I am looking forward to the Victory of the Dark. So that does look like a redeeming episode.
We will see.
I remember it not being great, but yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to watching that this week and then recording it next week, which is definitely what we do. And there's no movie magic going on here at all. Thank you everybody for listening. Appreciate it as always. These are my favorite kind of episodes when I get to rant about capitalism and everything. Also, very aware I am a product of capitalism. So, who the fuck am I to talk about it? But
right.
Yeah, that's all from us.
Straight.
Signing off. I'll let the boys adios amigo for us. But yeah,
Bye, guys.
Adios, amigos.